Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday morning, the 1st of July. Happy July to you all. I don't know where the trail goes. Looking at the view and I couldn't see the trail. Well, officially left Yosemite now. Got all packed up this morning, although it was rather disappointing. Got in the tent last night, looking forward to a cup of coffee. I've been using the little Folgers, little red individual sachets recently. I know that I bought enough for this section, but for some unknown reason, they aren't in my bag, they aren't in the bear can. So, no coffee for Paul last night, and more importantly, no coffee for Paul this morning. And that made Paul quite grumpy this morning. I did have a hot chocolate sachet instead, which to be honest was really nice. But I've just got used to my coffee. I just can't understand what's happened either. I have a funny feeling that I may have put it in a box of random stuff that we sent to I can't even remember the name of it now, but we sent a random box of stuff. Is it Bridgeport? I'm not sure. Anyway, we're not going there now, and there's a random box of stuff there. So, not sure what's going to happen about that. Got, I believe it's 19.8 miles to do today to get to Sonora Pass. If I do that, challenge will be fulfilled, and I can rest easy, and I can stop giving myself these stupid challenges to do, because yesterday almost broke me. That was a pretty crazy day yesterday. Kind of 12 hours of walking pretty much, with about a 20-minute break for lunch, maybe a couple of 2 or 3 minute water filtering breaks. What an idiot. Still, I have to admit, the legs this morning so far feel pretty good. I was expecting to feel like a rusty robot this morning and have trouble moving, but no, not quite. I think the good news is that I think pretty soon we can get rid of our bear cans if we want to. I'm saying if we want to because I am thinking that I'm going to keep mine. It just gives you peace of mind when you're in tent sites that get used a lot, and there's a lot of rodents frequent them. And those little things will chew through anything if they think there's a bit of food inside. I had it happen to me in Washington in 2019. Got a huge great hole chewed in the mesh of my tent. A good couple of inches, easily a good couple of inches in diameter. So I'm kind of thinking, if I just keep my bear can, I'm kind of used to carrying the weight now. I don't have to worry about food storage. Well guys, we made it to 1,000 miles. Thank you so much. If you've been watching from the start, well done for making it this far. I'm not going to hang around because, as you can maybe see, I'm getting absolutely swamped by mosquitoes. But 1,000, massive milestone, really, really happy. And let's get on with the next 1,000, shall we? Most of this morning so far, first, what is it, maybe first hour and 15 minutes, something like that, has been pretty much like this, just walking through the forest. There's been a lot of kind of small ponds and lakes, but until now there's not been a lot of running water. You can maybe make out the rushing water noise. There is a pretty decent river just down to the left of me down there. I think I'm about to start the major climb of the day. There's like one big climb and I'm pretty certain this is it. There was a little tent site just at, well, quite a decent sized tent site just at the foot of it. I was walking past and I'm like, what's that? And there's a pair of bright yellow Crocs with a huge metal carabiner attached to them, just sat on the ground. There's no tents or anything, there's nothing else there, that's it, it's just the pair of yellow Crocs. So I'm thinking like, well, no one's like left them and is coming back for them. They've not like gone for a swim or gone for a hike and they're not coming back. They've obviously been sleeping there last night, packed up and just literally forgotten to pick the Crocs up. So I've got them attached to my backpack, and it kind of looked like somebody had been there last night. There was a lot of sort of fresh marks in this dirt, fresh shoe marks and stuff, so I'm kind of hoping I might be able to catch them up before they hit Sonora Pass and go wherever they're going from there. But everybody I come across, I shall wave the yellow Crocs in the face and ask them if they're theirs. I know if it was me, I'd be like super annoyed if I left something at camp like that. I've come maybe a couple of miles up the climb from where I found the Crocs. I bumped into one guy, they weren't his. I've just seen another guy in front of me disappearing over the ridge, so keep your fingers crossed that's him. So that's where I've come from this morning, in the valley there, where I dropped into the valley from the campsite and then came up this wooded valley. And that brings you up to these kind of like barefaced mountains, and there's a trail junction. The opposite direction that I'm going is towards Emigrant Pass, and then this is taking you up on the PCT North. I was just trying to figure out like where the trail was going and what it was doing, but now I can see that basically it's going all the way up the side of this mountain, all the way up here into this big patch of snow at the top, which I'm really not looking forward to because I don't have any spikes with me. So there's 2 people in front of me here, and then I could see 2 more people negotiating the snow at the top of the climb. So maybe someone's missing a pair of Crocs. Well, we've got another one in the bag, guys. This is mile 1009.8, and it's pretty much the top of the climb for today. There's a little bit more to go, but we've come from right down in the wooded valley there. Just look at this view. I mean, you're kind of coming up here, you're thinking like, this better be worth it, this better be worth it. And you can see the trail that I've come up here, zigzagging hopefully, the big switchbacks coming up here. There's an alternate one that comes up through this snowfield that is a lot steeper. I took the actual proper PCT and I'm glad that I did. Yeah, it was pretty nice. I've still not found the owner of the Crocs. It looks like I've got another contender over here. I might get them to take a picture of me actually. And then we've got a trail junction here as well. There's one trail goes up over the hill. Another trail looks like it goes off to the left. I'm kind of hoping mine's the one to the left. Sorry for the bad camera work. I've got my sunglasses on and basically I can't see the screen for the sun and the sunglasses. Wow, there is some, sorry, English, there are some crazy views up here. Absolutely insane. You're gonna get a real eyeful in about 15 minutes time when I get going on this next section. It's funny, I thought today was going to be a really poor and mediocre day for views. How wrong could I have been? Oh, that was another no on the Crocs. I'm not doing very well. Just looked at the app. I've got a smidge over 8 miles to go to Sonora Pass and the road. About 1,000 feet up and about 2,000 feet down. And just check this out. Look at that. Oh, it's just crazy. This bit reminds me of a stretch of the GR11 that I did, big time. Kind of got up onto some real exposed peaks like this. It's all rocky and jagged. I think it was possibly one of the highest points on the trail. I can't remember the name of it, but it's really, really similar to me in my mind. PCT North. Jeez. One thing I do need to check on the app is the next water source. I've chanced it again. Got about half a litre on me. So hopefully it's not like 8 miles. Otherwise I could be in trouble. This is just stupendous though. I can't get enough of this. Oh wow. And the good news is that you can maybe make out the trail. It's just like a huge long ridge walk for a while. Just treated to some epic views. Got this little ridge line here on my right, and I'm afraid I can't pass it without having a look and seeing what's on the other side. Well, if you're afraid of heights, that kind of fills you with dread, because I'm stood pretty much right on the edge of just a vertical drop. Yep, not one of my favourite things, but what a view, eh? You got that one side, and then around here you've got all this place. Leaving Yosemite, I thought the views would end. I thought, like forest, a couple of mountains, few hills. Nope, sir. That's gorgeous. Well, I was right about water. No more water sources till maybe about half a mile or a mile from the road. So I'm very thirsty and I'm rationing myself, but it's my own stupid fault. Just come along that big ridge that I've been walking along. Absolutely stunning. Loved every minute of it. Apart from when someone decided to take a pee right literally in front of me, about 5 steps in front of me. I was just about to overtake him and he literally just stopped and started peeing. Nice. Thank you for that. Appreciated. But yeah, what was I going to say? Look at the view. That's it. I don't know how many more miles I've got. I'm maybe guessing 5-ish, something like that. I think there's maybe a little more climbing. He says as he comes around the corner and is faced with this. Goodness me. Well, there's at least 4 people there to ask anyway. That's pretty impressive though. I think a lot of people are in the same boat at the moment with this snow. A lot of people were saying on the app that you didn't need spikes or an ice axe after Mammoth, I think. Mammoth Lakes. That's where a lot of people sent them home. And it's turning out there's a few of these pesky little snow patches that are quite soft in places as well. I've slipped once already this morning. Luckily it was on something that didn't pose any danger whatsoever. But by all accounts, when you're descending to Sonora Pass, it's quite steep and there's still quite a bit of snow. And apparently the boot tracks that are laid in are a little bit silly. So I'm just going to take it careful when I get to that point. I'm going to take it careful going over this one as well. So camera away. Good nearly afternoon. It is mile 1013. And luckily for me, because I was dying of thirst, I probably could have made it, but I found this snow melt trickle. And let me tell you that when you filter it straight into your bottle and drink it straight away, it's literally like on the ground, 30 seconds later, it's going down your throat. It's cold. It's like really cold. Just look at this view we've got. It's like something out of Monument Valley. It's crazy. I really wasn't expecting this today. Oh, sorry, just finishing a fruit bar. There's these really nice bars I've found. They're just called That's It. And they've just got like literally just fruit in and that's all. That's it. So I've just eaten 1 apple and 20 blueberries. Are these rock formations not like really, really cool? What is it, sandstone? I think. I guess maybe sandstone. And then this view It's rather special. Got about 4 miles to the road now. I've just crested through those little sandstone formations and we got a nice steep down now. But also, I mean, just look at this. Words fail me today. I think it's been such a huge surprise for me because the day started off pretty miserably and I thought that was how it was going to continue, just through the forests and a really big climb, loads of mosquitoes and just general kind of can't wait to get to townish vibes. But this is just nothing like what I was expecting. And I can see now why, as I mentioned about in the app, it said either way, be prepared for a dramatic change in scenery. Yeah, it's spot on, absolutely spot on. Oh wow, I can actually see a road, a proper road. That's quite a novelty. So basically, we drop down here and then we go up the other side onto that kind of saddle that you can see, and then I believe it's just a pretty steep descent down to Sonora Pass and the highway. Going from memory, I think it's Highway 108, if anyone's interested, but I'm almost 99% certain that's Highway 108. Just seen a couple of guys pass me when I was stopped filtering that water, and I was like, what the heck are they carrying in the backpacks? And they've got like snowboards with them. So that's dedication, is that, carrying your snowboard up here. Serious dedication. I can see cars on the road now as well. Ooh. It's nice display of clouds in the sky today as well. The last few days have been pretty cloudless most of the time. You see there's not a great deal up to my left where I've come from, but down this direction there's quite a few more of the white fluffy things. So after dropping down that little descent and coming back up the other side, just crested the ridge, and this is what awaits us. I think from here on out, it's basically just ever so slightly undulating and then quite a steep down. I've passed a ton of people and nobody is owning up to the crocs. Apparently, when you get to the actual parking lot at Sonora Pass, there's a shuttle that goes to Kennedy Meadows North. I can't remember how regular it is. I think it's like 2 or 3 times a day. And from what Eden and somebody else was saying behind me, there's still quite a bit of time to wait until the next shuttle. So if there's a parking lot full of hikers sat waiting for the shuttle, I'll be interrogating them See if anyone's lost a pair of, apparently the lime green, they look yellow to me. That's my defective colour vision coming out. But either way, I don't think we'll be going any further with me than the Sonora Pass parking lot, seeing as I'm going to Walker. I'm on the descent down to Sonora Pass now. Pretty windy, twisty and pretty steep in places. Quite dusty and loose track as well. Just got to be careful if you're coming down with not a great deal of grip on your shoes. I can just see it's at least 3 little snowfields in front of me that are going to have to be crossed. But thankfully they don't look to be too big at all. The wind's picked up, which is really nice. Ever since we got to kind of climbing out of that wooded valley, and started climbing way up to these kind of like mountain tops, there's not been any bugs. I think 1, because there's not been a great deal of water, and 2, the wind's just been too strong for them to fly, so it's been real nice. Oh, now then, this one looks oh, what? Tricky. The boot track goes around the bottom of it, but I really don't fancy going around the bottom of this thing. I think we'll just go across here.